hello there everyone and welcome. It is Niran here, and today it is time for me to bring you episode number 5 of our Wimbledon Career Mode here on FIFA 18, the road to glory from League 1 up to the Premier League for the side that used to be there. Now, as I mentioned, this series is going to be a lot more regular than some of the other series I've been doing. Hopefully that is going to continue. Hoping this video might just have squeezed out on Sunday. If not, hopefully it's out on Monday. But today, as you'll have seen from the intro, we are playing the MK Dons. We are up against the side that replaced the original Wimbledon. This is a rivalry like no other. It will be the second game in today's episode. I'll show you the rest of them, but my word, it's going to be a fiery fixture, and there is going to be absolutely no love lost between the two sides. It comes after a third round Carabao Cup tie, actually, up against League 2 side Swindon Town. So then it is that massive clash against MK Dons, and then we round out the episode with ties in the league against Southend and Rochdale. Before we get into any games though in this episode, just going to do a quick bit of training. You can see we've got 5 players being trained at the moment. Our young promising centre-backs, Civic and Nightingale, or Florence as he's affectionately known. Joel Azoro, because we're trying to improve his finishing a little bit. And Zuzi Toko is now being trained after an insane episode last time. Even though he's 26, I believe we can get him into the 70s with some training across this season. But Oshalaja, as well as the final player being trained. One thing that's going to be really important to this series is Youth Academy scouting. We do have one player in the Youth Academy at the moment, and that is our scout future star, Lorenzo Vissa. Potential of 69 to 85 isn't amazing, but his overall is 58, which isn't too bad. We'll keep him in the Youth Academy for now, because he'll grow quite quickly whilst he's in there. Our scout in England isn't having much luck. As you can see, he just really isn't finding anyone at the moment. All the potentials are pretty damn poor. But we are going to try and utilise this a bit more when we get some more funds and try and bring in a second scout, so we can really stock up in terms of backup when it comes to Youth Academy players. It is time though for the first game of today's episode. As I mentioned, we'll be starting in the League Cup. 3rd round already. We made it quite far, to be fair, given we started in the first round and we're away from home against Swindon Town, who are actually in League 2. So theoretically we're the favourites, but obviously sometimes the game loves to make the underdog a little bit better, perhaps, than you would expect. The team is there in the background. Azoro and Taylor up front together. Toko, Dozel, Forrester, De Silva Lopez all on the side, so it's pretty strong. So big game in our season is this one, and we're hoping to start this episode a lot better than we started last episode. Player to watch out for is Matt Taylor. Matty Taylor, is it that very same that used to play for Portsmouth? He's 35 now. It is! Oh man. Man, he was probably my favourite non-Liverpool player as a kid because he used to score bangers on a regular basis. So we're coming forward here with Anderson. Turns away from Florence, and the shot coming in from Anderson there is wide. Think George Long may well have had that one covered, but Swindon then with the first actual shot. Dozel now into Nzuzi Toko. Liam Trotter with a bit of space here. Still Liam Trotter turns, now finds Lyle Taylor in space. It's Lyle Taylor! Beautiful finish from Lyle Taylor to give us the lead in this one. And that is his first goal of the series. Would you believe? He is kind of a fan favourite, I believe, for Wimbledon fans. I think a lot of them love him. And it's good now that he's actually managed to get off the mark. It's a really nice finish, actually. Blasted it right into the top corner. But Lyle Taylor then gets his first goal of this series. He needed it, I feel. I think if he'd gone another episode without getting a single goal, he would have been in a little bit of trouble in terms of confidence. Now it's Andre Dozel. That's Joel Azoro. Taylor into Joel Azoro again, and it's 2-0. Beautiful start to this game as Joel Azoro and Lyle Taylor work together to produce a second goal in this game. Taylor now with a goal and an assist. It's a beautiful 1-2 between them. Azoro with the first time finish through the legs of the Swindon goalkeeper. 2-0. Great start within 22 minutes of this one. And Azoro, the Swede, gets his name on the score sheet as well. Let's go. Adedeji Oshalaja sees it as an opportunity to get forward. Who's going to stop? He's going to stop himself. I'm sorry, I can't allow Adedeji Oshalaja to go forward like that. All down the line there for Goddard. He's turned inside Adedeji Oshalaja. And Nightingale just about deals with it very calmly in the end. Dozel, though, sweeps up really nicely done and then finds De Silva Lopez. Good stuff from Dozel once again. Forrester into a Zorro. Oh, good interception there from the Swindon man, but Taylor wins it back. Forrester into Dozzell. Waiting for a run here is Dozzell, or will he go alone? Dozzell, what a finish from Andre Dozzell. Beautiful goal to make it 3-0 inside the first half. Dozzell, what a goal that is. He was waiting for the run from a Zorro, decided to cut back, goes for the shot. It's actually taken a deflection, in fairness, so it's not quite a clean hit. Dozzell, though, has been given the goal after 41 minutes, and we are 3-0 up. This has been an incredible game for us so far. That, though, is the end of the first half, and what a first half it was. 3-0 up away from home in the Carabao Cup. This is McDermott here towards the attacker, just wide though from Anderson. De Silva Lopez is going to come off. George Franken will replace him and will swap Forrester. Azoro is also going to come off, so Kwesi Appiah will join the action. Liam Trotter can also come off and will bring on Egan for his debut. I've not played many of the youngsters, generally speaking, actually the Wimbledon original youngsters, so he's going to come on for his debut as Darius Charles there wins that in a dangerous position. That's through now towards Lyle Taylor. Can he get his second of the game? You bet he can. It is 4 in this one. Lyle Taylor makes it look easy, and we are dominating this fixture now. Really good interception there, can I just say, or challenge, sorry, from Darius Charles. He bursts forward, plays a good weighted ball into Lyle Taylor, and it's a simple one-on-one finish. He's waited the whole series for a goal so far, and he grabs 2 in the same game now. So Nzuzi Toko will carry on his ones in towards Lyle Taylor, who just doesn't go for it in the end. Lyle Taylor goes for the back heel finish, but it was blocked. If that had gone in. Banks, McDermott here down the left-hand side up against Florence. Good ball in actually there towards Banks, and Swindon do get a goal back, unfortunately. We do not keep the clean sheet. It's a very good header, in fairness. George Long maybe will be disappointed that he's been beaten by a header from that range. I mean, it was a solid 12 yards out there. Overlapping run there from George Franken. We've got a lot of space here for Franken to run into. Back to Taylor. Great save, though, from Vigoro. Appiah on the rebound. Can he win it in the air? He can't. Here's Dozzell. Frankham now over towards Nzuzi Toko for the 5th, and he grabs it. Nzuzi Toko, that man there, gets his first goal for the club, and it is 5-1. Frankham with a simple ball into Toko in space, and he blasts it in off the post to restore the 4-goal lead. That is the final action there, that goal from Nzuzi Toko, and we come away from the 3rd round of the League Cup with a 5-1 victory over Swindon, our biggest in the series so far. A phenomenal performance from us in the end, so great ratings really across the board. Lyle Taylor 9.6 after grabbing 2 goals. Toko, Charles, Dozzell get 9.5s. Frankham off the bench gets a 9, Forrester with a 9.3, Trotter and Azoro also up there in the 9s, Osha very close to it. So I've just sorted out a little bit of an overhaul of our GTN scouts because they were out in weird places doing odd things that we don't need. I know we're not in the transfer window right now, but we still do need to scout. So currently our GTN scouts are out in England, in Scotland, and also got one out in the Netherlands at the moment. In terms of instructions as well, we've also got players that are having their contracts expiring that we can pick up for pre-contract agreements in January. 9 players been found on that, and we also need some wingers as well, because once Harry Forrester goes back from his loan, we'll need to pick someone else up to replace him. So the game then against the MK Dons is coming up. Our side is in really great form. Naturally, we're gonna unnerve MK Dons. We don't have any time for them. It is time, ladies and gentlemen. The game that all Wimbledon fans have been waiting for has arrived. We are going to be playing at Plough Lane against MK Dons, the team that replaced Wimbledon, that were moved to Milton Keynes, franchised away from the fans who are used to seeing their team playing at Plough Lane, return to that very venue. And this is going to be a banger of a game. There's going to be challengers flying in left, right and centre. Oh man, there we go. We've got the pictures of the teams warming up. This is a big one, a grudge match. But the game has kicked off. Oh man, this is going to be huge. Oh, hello. Great run being made straight away by Lyle Taylor in towards Azoro, and he's tried to nod it on towards De Silva Lopez instead of going for goal himself there. Williams down the line there. This is dangerous from MK Dons. Cut back. Great save from George Long. Exactly what we needed there. Toko comes flying in and the ref doesn't give anything. Beautiful stuff from Zuzi. I like you even more somehow. Still Nzuzi Toko, run down the middle there by Lyle Taylor. Still Lyle Taylor, cuts back into Azoro. Now Liam Trotter, Forrester there making the overlapping run. Still Harry Forrester towards Lyle Taylor. Great save from Nichols. De Silva Lopez don't convert. Beautiful stuff from the Portuguese winger to convert on the rebound after a brilliant save in fairness from the Milton Keynes goalkeeper there. But what a finish that is at a tight angle from De Silva Lopez on the volley. The technique is spectacular. It was a beautiful piece of play, started as well by a crunching challenge from Nzuzi Toko. That is what I like to see. Even the man who has never played in England before understands the severity of this game. He understands. Aneke again. Intercepted though there by Tamori. Good stuff from him. He's trying to earn a first team place really in the side is Tamori because Florence has been doing very well. He continues making interceptions like that. He'll be on his way. Here's Nzuzi Toko, ball there through towards Joel Azoro in space! It's 2-0 already! Joel Azoro's grabbed a goal now as well, and we are 2 goals up. This is exactly the same as the Swindon game. We're 2 goals up inside 22 minutes. We've scored at basically the exact same times. The space just opened up. Simple ball from Nzuzi Toko again, making things happen into his fellow new signing Joel Azoro, and the ex-Sunderland man. He's making a habit of scoring goals here today, isn't he? Still So, that's a premature challenge there. Now it's Powlett back to So again. Saved though by Long. He's dealt with everything he's needed to in this game. Oh, Lyle Taylor's in space. Look at this. We're through again. It's Lyle Taylor and it's just over the bar. Just a little bit too much power put on that. He was under pressure in fairness. Oh, the challenge comes in there from Azoro. Yes, boys. Be physical. Tamori. We can put that down the line for Forrester. And again, Lyle Taylor's making a run down the line. We're having such joy down this right-hand side. Now it is Forrester who can cut it back for Liam Trotter. And on the turn, it is a save from Nichols. I think that was a little bit too behind him in the end. Well, this has been another massive performance so far. Toko there is almost scythed down. We're not going to keep that in our mind, though, as Azoro comes forward. He's tried to chip the goalkeeper, though. Audacious. Now Liam Trotter. Liam Trotter with the long shot, and that was not far away at all from Liam Trotter. Instead, MK Don's coming forward here with Powlett. Good interception, though, there from Dozzell. He's been so good in this episode. Challenge coming in again from Dozzell. Oh my word, the man is absolutely on fire in this episode. And now we're coming forward with some great passing play. That is phenomenal play. And now Harry Forrester is in acres of space. He goes for the shot. It's saved by the goalkeeper Azoro. Back into Liam Trotter, but it's a simple save from Nichols. There's Trotter with the challenge there against Cisse. My word. He didn't get up very quickly, but it was a good challenge. That's a great ball in, and Agard, though, just misses. Probably should have scored there. The official fan favourite, Leonardo da Silva Lopez, will get a standing ovation after his goal earlier. He is replaced by the Ghanaian. Oh, good interception there from Appiah straight off the bat, and it might lead to a goal here. Lyle Taylor with the turn, but unfortunately the shot is scuffed. Really nice composure, actually, to turn away from the defender. Yes, they are. Here's Kieran Agard. Beautiful challenge from Darius Charles. Beautiful stuff, and now we're coming forward again. So Azoro, beautiful step over there from Joel Azoro. Can he grab a second of the game? No, he takes a bit too much of a heavy touch. Back to Williams again. If we can win this back, we've got both Taylor and Azoro in acres of space. That, though, is Agard. Nesbitt, Agard again. Now into Seeger. It's a great finish, in fairness, for MK Dons. Once again, we've conceded late, and we're not going to keep that clean sheet. All we have to do, though, is make sure we keep hold of the ball in injury time. That is the end of the game. And we have done what we set out to do today, and that is beat MK Dons in this grudge match. That is a huge result. MK Dons are also just below us in the league, so that means we stretch away from them by a further 3 points. You can see that Nzuzi Toko was given the man of the match. In my opinion, it was Dozzell, who was criminally only given a 7.5. But obviously Nzuzi Toko got an assist as well. Azora with a goal gets a 9 rating. Forrester and Da Silva Lopez also very impressive. And not to forget that back 3 and George Long, who made a couple of good saves in that game too. The second bout of training in this episode then is about to get underway as we try to calm down from the excitement of that MK Dons fixture. And as you can see, Sibic, our young centre-back there, going up to 58. Joel Azoro is now also very close to 65. Can someone explain why Roberto Firmino is just randomly stood in the background? For some reason, it's really, really unnerving me. Why is he still there? Now, I was toying with the idea of actually simming this one away against Southend because they're actually bottom of the table. But I want to use it as an opportunity to rest some of our main players, not all of them, because I do want to still have a good chance of winning this game. We've got Dean Parrott, George Frankham and Kwesi Pyrin, Lyle Taylor, Liam Trotter and also Harry Forrester have been rested for this game. So this then is the third and final played game of the episode. The final game will be a simmed one. So can we try and make it 3 from 3? Silva Lopez into Dozzell. This is Nzuzi Toko, turning in and out, loses the ball, but it falls to Joel Azoro. Decent finesse effort, but saved by Oxley. Good ball down the line there for Marc-Antoine Fortuné, but Dozzell has done again uber well there. It's Fortuné. Wordsworth, lucky to keep hold of the ball. Cox there. Charles should have dealt with that first time. The shot, though, from Fortuné is saved by Long. Dozzell fires that into Da Silva Lopez. Azoro's got the onrushing run now from Da Silva Lopez. Still the Portuguese midfielder. He's going to cut that back for Dean Parrott. Oh, what a finish that would have been on the volley. He knows he should have scored. Here as Dean Parrott is on the ball. Still Dean Parrott on a bit of a run here, actually, is the midfielder. Azoro, that's over the top there towards Apaya. First time! That is an amazing finish from Kwesi Apaya. And it is a simple 1-2 between himself and Azoro. Oh, that finish is beautiful. It's the right back over here on the far side who keeps Apaya on side. Everyone else was keeping a very good line. Kwesi would have been offside had it not been for that one fullback, so poor defending there. But what a first time volley finish from Kwesi Apaya. And what a finish that is. We have been scoring some nice goals today. I'm not counting my chickens here, but we could maybe grab 3 wins in an episode. That took a lot of effort to put 3 fingers up just then. I'm not being overconfident, but Da Silva Lopez is quite tired, and I do want him to be fit for this sim game later in the episode. So this guy here, Enis Kaiser, is going to get his first chance in the side. Here is Cox again. Right, that's into Marc-Antoine Fortuné. Great first touch from him. Simple save, though, from George Long. Dozzell there into Azoro. This is some great passing play once again. Apaya there. Now through towards Nzuzi Toko. Still Toko. Just about challenged and slowed down there, but a nice turn from him. Can put a ball in towards the back stick. Dozzell, though, doesn't get a clean connection on it, where he really, really should have done. It was great work from Toko. What a beast he is. Saw that in the comment section. You guys seeming to love Nzuzi Toko. Kaiser's been very solid. I mean, he's not done a massive amount going forward, but whenever he's had the ball, he's been good. That's a great ball from Parrott now to Frankham. Good ball in towards Joel Azoro, and it is in, and it is 2-0. Joel Azoro with the header. Great work there from Dean Parrott again with a lovely over-the-top through ball as we saw last episode when he assisted Leonardo Da Silva Lopez. Probably could have been dealt with by the goalkeeper. He's actually hit him in the head. But Joel Azoro will not care one bit, and neither do we, because we're 2 goals up once again. And Joel Azoro has scored once again. I think he's now the all-time top goal scorer in this series after 5 episodes. That's Kaiser, who's got Azoro making the run down the line. It's Joel Azoro who cuts inside. Joel Azoro goes for the curler, and it's just wide from the Swede. Now Southend come forward again. They've got 4 players up top here. We are a little bit outnumbered. We could try and keep a clean sheet, though, finally, in this game. Oshalaj hasn't dealt with that. That's surely going to be a goal. It is indeed. I was controlling Oshalaj, and then for some reason it changed without me changing the player. And so Oshalaja just stopped, otherwise he would have actually got on the end of that through ball. And once again, we have a clean sheet taken away from us when, well, we really should have kept one, quite frankly. Simon Cox, the ex-Reading man, I think? Didn't actually realise it was him this whole game, but whatever. It is a 2-1 victory then in the end for ourselves here against Southend. Once again, we don't keep a clean sheet where we really probably should have done, but it doesn't matter. We get another set of 3 points in this episode there against Southend. So here's your player ratings then. Joel Azora was your man of the match with a 9.5 after scoring there in that one. George Frankham got the assist for his goal. He gets a 9. Kwesi Appiah, the other goal scorer, gets an 8.5. So does Dozzell. And Oshalaja and Tamori also there impressing in defence. But now it is time really for the final game action of this episode. And it's going to be the one simmed game of today's video. We're at home against another struggling team actually, Rochdale. They are however coming off the back of a loss against Blackpool, who are also down towards the bottom of the table. With 3 from 3 in this episode, if we can add a simmed game to our list of wins, that would be massively impressive. Unfortunately though, Rochdale have actually taken the lead in the 14th minute through Davies there. We find ourselves behind, but Lyle Taylor has equalised. He grabbed 2 goals earlier on in the episode. He scored now. Da Silva Lopez has also got himself on a score sheet. We've turned the game around. We now lead going into the final 20 minutes. Parrott has come on for Dozzell. Now into the final 5. Can we hold on? You bet we can. 3 played wins and a simmed win in this episode. 4 from 4. 9 possible points in the league and progressing to the 4th round of the Carabao Cup. We are absolutely smashing it. It's fair to say not every episode will be as smooth sailing as that one, but my word, 4 wins out of a possible 4 in one video is very impressive indeed. And as you can see, it's meant that we've been propelled now into 3rd place in the league. As I mentioned, I think we will struggle throughout the season. I think if we're going to get promoted, it probably will be through the playoffs. Also worth noting, the only reason we're not top really is because of the amount of draws we've had. We've actually only lost 1 game. Just worth pointing out as well, in 15th place, Shrewsbury have played 11 games and drawn 9 of them. How do you even do that? They've only lost 1 game all season, and yet they're 15th in the league. That's an absolute shocker. Anyway, in the background now, you'll be seeing the Hall of Fame for this episode, containing all of the accolades for various records in this series. Top goal scorer, I imagine, after today really is Joel Azora. He's had an absolutely phenomenal game. Lyle Taylor, episode as a whole. Lyle Taylor, though, I'm sure will be breathing down his neck, along with the likes of Da Silva Lopez especially, who also scored in today's video. But that, though, is going to be basically it for today's video. Obviously, no more transfer activity till we get to January. Hopefully, it won't be too long until we arrive there. But what an episode this has been. Smacking Swindon in the League Cup, beating MK Dons, our sworn enemies, and then grabbing another 2 victories in the league. But I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, slap a like on the video, and of course subscribe if you are new to the channel. It's the big red button under the video. Growth has been really cool recently. 54,000 subscribers and 10 million total views on the channel recently is insane. You can also follow me on social media now. My Twitter handle is @theofficialfng, links are down below, and my Instagram is exactly the same, @theofficialfng over there too. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.
Yo, Massappels. I roll out with some monsters. Looks like your team and you watchers. I do not roll with imposters. Sound like the man in the Oscars. I'm drunk of Henny and Fosters. I have a career, I'm jobless. This bitch f me so hard, I might just end up unconscious. I like girls in lingerie, especially if it is crotchless. Bitch, I am the bigger picture. There is no way you can crop us.